Hi there. We're continuing our journey through the Psalms, the Tehillim, and we are in Psalm 37. We're finishing off Psalm 37. That's Tehillim Lamed Zayin, Hebrew for Lamed for 30 and Zayin for 7 in the numeral letter system. So we've been working through this psalm, and we've been seeing the singer has been crying out to the Lord, and he's been asking for deliverance from enemies. He's asserting that the way of the Lord is more sure and more certain than the way of wickedness, and not to go for the wickedness, because he says, I've never seen the righteous begging bread in the land of the living. And in this last part, he says that the righteous person speaks out wisdom, the one who is the person of integrity. Righteousness here is speaking not of my own personal righteousness, because none of us has personal righteousness, but it's about right relationship with God, right standing with who he is. It's about integrity. It's about living purely. It's about living without interference between God and myself. It says the righteous mouth speaks wisdom, that is, this well-being that comes out of the mouth because of a life anchored in God. And his tongue speaks of mishpat, is the word again in Hebrew in verse 30. Mishpat, this word we explored, which means equity, right-wising. It's not about speaking judgment against people. It's actually about order and speaking the balance. It's about balanced speech and being able to discern things. It says the Torah of God is in his heart. The person who follows God, the whole instruction of God, the whole formation, the nurture of God is written on his heart. But the wicked, those who are not in relationship with God, those who are against God, those who fight God all the time, are out to destroy these people. But the Lord will not allow that to happen. He will not leave them in the hands of the wicked people. And then the psalmist says in verse 34, wait on the Lord, kaveh el Adonai, wait on the Lord. And that word kaveh, it has to do not just with waiting like in a waiting room, but actually expectantly. It's the same root of the word tikvah in Hebrew. It means hope. It's wait hopefully, expect God to do something, expect God to come. And he says he will give you the land. The land, we've already said that the land will be inherited by the righteous, by those who are meek, by those who are lowly, by those who are in right relationship with God. And he says, yes, I've seen the wicked, and people say, look at the wicked. In fact, this psalm starts, remember, with words, don't fret yourself, don't get uptight because of seeing evil people. It says, yes, the evil may look as if they're flourishing for a while. People who reject God may look as if they're doing well, but actually, at the end, they will fall away. They will not be able to stand, because the Lord is the one who encourages. The Lord is the one who brings righteousness. And actually, the wicked, those who don't follow God, just that their heritage is lost, their legacy. They may last for a moment, but they disappear. And it says then in 37, verse 37, it says, note the person of integrity. If you want to look at anybody, don't look at the wicked. Look at the person of integrity, because there is a person whose ending, whose completion, whose fulfillment will be wholeness, shalom. And it's that word again. Their ending is wholeness, peace, well-being. And this is what we are to model ourselves on. Look for the people of integrity and model your lives on them. Never mind about those who are out for materialism, for those who are out for their own pleasure, those who are out for self-fulfillment. Never mind them. Look at the people of integrity whose lives are grounded in God. Because God's rescue is with those who are in right relationship with him. His salvation, his deliverance is with them in verse 38. The salvation of the righteous is from the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble. And it says the Lord is going to help them, the Lord is going to rescue them, the Lord is going to deliver them, because they trust in him. And that last word in this verse, this last word in this psalm, ki chasuvo, because they trust in him. And this word chasu is actually a word that means to take refuge. The word machaseh in Hebrew, which comes from it, means a refuge, a hiding place. And so trusting means putting our whole being under his covering and in his protection. Let's be found to be doing that each day of our lives, to be taking refuge in God, because he is the one who makes the difference. Have a good day.